Hi, Saikal.
Yes, hello, sir.
What is your demo today on ECR? Is it on ECR?
Yes, I want to show the project where the simple project where we can build the WordPress site on it
Mm-hmm.
using ECR. Uh,
Okay.
for I want to show the diagram. So here we have to create the EC2 instance, and from this EC2 instance, from the Docker Hub, we need to pull the WordPress image. And then this WordPress image we have to create in Amazon console ECR, Elastic Container Register. After that, this ECR go and create for, we will create the EKS cluster, and on this EKS cluster, we will create a load balancer. And from this application load balancer, we can access to our WordPress page. So for this task, I want to give some little introduction about EKS. So EKS, it's Amazon Elastic Container Services, where it's highly scalable and high performance container orchestration services. It supports Docker container and allow you to easily run and scale containerized application on AWS. Also, Amazon EKS eliminates the need for you to install and operate your own container, where we can manage and scale a cluster of virtual machine. What else with EKS? Simple API calls, you can launch, stop and start the Docker enable applications query to complete the state of your application. Also, EKS can access many familiar features such as IAM role, security group, load balancer, Amazon CloudWatch events, and templates. This is about EKS. So about the ECR, it's Elastic Container Registry, is fully managed Docker Container Registry managed by AWS. ECR makes it easy for developers to store, manage, and deploy Docker container images from repository. Also, ECR eliminates the need to operate your own container repository or worry about scaling and underlying infrastructure. ECR hosts your images in a highly available and scalable architecture, allow you to reliably deploy container for your application. With Amazon ECR, there are no upfront fee or commitments. For this task also on EKS, we will use the Fargate. So Fargate, this is the serverless compute engine managed by AWS. With Fargate, you no longer have to provision or configure and scale cluster or virtual machine to run container. That's why it calls serverless. AWS Fargate remove the need for you to interact with or think about server or clusters. And AWS Fargate let you focus on designing and building your application instead of managing the infrastructure that runs them. So for this task prerequisites, what we need to do, we have to create EC2 instance. On this EC2 instance, we need to install Docker and install AWS CLI and configure it to make access to our ECR and EKS. After that, we need to install Docker, yes, and install CLI. This is prerequisites. After that, we have to create repository in ECR. So let me first show you the first task. So for creating EC2, we have to go to our AWS console. I'm already signing as admin. So I want to launch instance. So you can give any name. Let's give the name test demo. I want to application machine image, Amazon machine image, choose Ubuntu. My version would be 20.4. It's T2 micro. Key pair, I will be choose my existing key. So network setting, I will be used by default, so I don't need to configure anything. I have default VPC and availability zone. Also, after assign public IP, I would be enabled. For security group, I want to allow SSH, HTTPS, and HTTP. Configure storage, I don't want to touch it, so we just go to and launch instance. So go to our instance. It's on the pending. Instance state is pending. Let's wait when it starts running. So my instance is running, so I go to connect. I want to connect with my SSH command, so go to the terminal, and my key is located on downloads folders. So when I successfully SSH to my EC2 instance, first what I'm doing, I want to update my service. For this, I'm using command sudo apt update. So it's successful update for me. So the next prerequisites for this, I need to install Docker and install AWS CLI. So for this, I want to use the command for installing Docker. Go to my terminal and run this command. Curl -fsl. After that, I need to execute sh get docker command. So it takes some time, around the minutes, for executing docker install script. Yes, it takes some time. Let's wait. Yes, it successfully execute for me. Now I want to check the version. Docker -- version, and my Docker version is 20.10.22. After installing Docker, I want to install AWS CLI. So for this, I'm using command sudo apt install AWS CLI -y. So now I want to configure credentials to login using a command AWS configure. For AWS configure, I have to get ready my access key and secret key. For this, I'm using my access key. This is my access key. Enter, and I need to use my secret key. So I'm using my secret key. For default region name, my region is US East 1. So if we check here, US East 1. So we need to provide that credentials, US East 1. And default output format, I will just press enter. So after configure CLI command, what we need to do, we need to create repository in a Elastic Container Registry. After that, we have to login access to push Docker image in ECR using AWS CLI. After that, we need to get Docker image and push this image to Elastic Container Registry, create custom cluster in Elastic Container Registry, and open public DNS load balancer to access the WordPress site. For this task, what I need to do, I have to go to AWS console, under service select ECR and create a repository. So I'm going to my search button and press CR, Elastic Container Registry. So get started. Let's give the name of my repository, demo 1. I don't want to touch any configuration, so it's going to be private. Everything would be by default. So create the repository. So my repository is created. Now I want to get login to access and push the Docker image to ECR using CLI command. So for this, I'm going to my terminal. And I need to run command AWS ECR get login. And here the command where I have to put my ID, instance ID number, not instance, my account ID number AWS, and the name of the region. So go to the terminal. And use command. So here I need to give account ID number. So my account ID number we can see here. Copy. Let me delete. Here put my account ID. And my region would be US East 1. So it now allow me to log in. Yes, I have troubleshoot here. I need to use the permission command for this one. Here you can see for troubleshoot. So I need to add user to the Docker group. So let me pull and run this command. After that, I need to run permission. Now I need to run this command, docker login. Make sure you copy all the letters. If you can see here, login succeed. So I want to show on my PPT. So when you have the login succeed, you can now push image to Amazon ECR. And also you can pull the image. So let me pull the Docker image first. So let's run command docker pull WordPress. So it's pull for me the WordPress image from the Docker Hub libraries. So let's run command docker images to check. If you see here, I have the WordPress images here, and it was updated 3 days ago. So next step, I need to push image to Amazon ECR. For this one, I need to run command docker tag. So I want to show here. For pushing the images to Amazon ECR, we have to minimum version of Docker is installed 1.7. Also, Amazon ECR authorization token has been configured with Docker login. So we already did this part, and Amazon ECR repository exists, and the user has access to push the repository. So for first of all, we need to tag the image, and after that, we need to push this image. So let me use this command. I want to show you step by step. So here, I just copy paste. For account ID, I'm getting my AWS account ID. So here, my AWS account ID number. Here, image ID number, we have to provide WordPress image ID, right? So this is my WordPress image ID. So I need to paste it here. So let me go and for ECR, my repository name demo01. So I need to change here the Amazon ECR name demo01. So I did tag. So after that, I need to push this image. So I'm using command docker push. And here my account ID number with my ECR. And copy paste here. So it's successfully pushing the images to the ECR. So it's already done. It's pushed the images. Okay, it's pushed the images. So for check it's successful pushing, we go to let me update my page. So I'm clicking to demo 01, and if you see here, I have my image here. It's the latest one. The image is which is created this is the time, and this my URI. So this is how we can push our WordPress images to our ECR. So next, what we need to do, we have to create custom cluster in Elastic Container Services. Services. So for this, I want to show you. We go to search button, Elastic Container Services. Click this, get started. And here we need to configure all of these definitions, the objects to create our ECS. So if you see here on this diagram object, we need to we have container definition, we have task definition, and we have the services. And after all of this configure, we have cluster. So for this task, I will choose custom configure, and custom name I want to give WordPress site cluster. And for images, I need to get and copy AWS account ID with my Elastic Container Registered tag. So this is available on my terminal. So if you go here, I have my AWS account with my CR name. So copy this and paste it. The port mappings, I will give the 80. So click update definition. So the task definition name, first run task definition, AWS VPC network mode, executing role, create new one, compatibilities is Fargate, show us the memory, CPU, go to the next. Here I will choose the application load balancer, which listen port 80 HTTP. So I'm clicking next. For configure your cluster, it's not default. This is my cluster name, which I give WordPress site cluster. And VPC ID subnet, it will be create for me automatically the new one. So let's review and click on create. So it's take time because this Fargate, it's the serverless. When you give all the configuration, it automatically create for you the cluster, also VPC, subnet, security group, and load balancer. After when it's completed, I will show you. So it's preparing services. It's to be done up to step 10. So 6 already done. We need to wait for more completion. It's pending. So after completion the task, we will see our cluster will be status active, and we have to go and check our load balancer and take the copy of this load balancer DNS. And when we go to the web page and copy paste the URL, we can see our WordPress page. So let's wait. So it's already completed. It's 2 more. So it's completed. So view service. Yes, if you see here the VPC cluster I have created, so it's active. So go to tasks and you will see it's pending and it should be start running. It's the status is pending. Yes, it's running. So now go to our EC2. Go scroll down, go to our load balancer. Here you see it's create for us application load balancer. So if we go to our load balancer, we will see that the port mapping was port 80. So it create for us availability zones, the VPC. So let me take the copy of this DNS number and paste on page. So here we will see our WordPress site. And when our WordPress site, WordPress ready, we can configure it. So I will not do it here. So this is all the task for this demo, which I want to show you today. Sir.
Yeah. It's very good. You covered all the things. You're going to do some more demos, I feel.
Yes.
Okay. Good.